Good afternoon and welcome to our Facebook Live this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Jenny McCormack and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. It's Tuesday afternoon at just after 5 o'clock. It's all dark outside. And so definitely a day to be inside and crafting. If you are joining us live, please do say hi so that I know that you're here. Facebook, unless you're on a mobile device, doesn't tell me who is watching unless you make a comment. So if you are joining us live, just say hi so that I know that you're there and I can converse with you. Right, so if you joined me yesterday, hi Molly, hi Deborah, hi Jeanette. If you joined me yesterday, you'll know that we used the paper pumpkin kit. This is a brand new kit and this is a Christmas one, suitable for making obviously Christmas cards. And I did the two cards that the kit design is made for. And so what I thought I'd do today is something slightly different. Oh, hi Deborah, it's noon for you, of course. And that is make some alternative cards using some components of the set. Let me just turn that volume down on there. Okay, so this is the box it comes in, and there's lots of components. If you want to see what is part of the box, the best thing to do is have a look at my design from my video from yesterday, and that will show you the components. So these were the two finished cards using the stamp set that is included and the ink pad that is included in the set. The ink pad is a Just Jade one. No, that's Rue de May. Looks very similar from here. So it's a Just Jade ink pad. This is the one here. Like so. And I've used some of the other components, so obviously the base card, the layers, the gold and the die cuts. The stamp set that is included is a really good fun stamp set, I think. I've just stamped some of these out to practice. So we've got a Merry Christmas, we've got the word joy, wishing you a very happy Christmas filled with fun and laughter. We've got the wreath that we use to stamp onto that section there, and then we've got sending to you and yours and to the world, and then obviously you've got this little flower as well. So what I thought I would do is use perhaps the flower to make potentially a non-Christmas stamp set. Hi Carol. Yeah, Deborah's very lucky. We don't have the gingerbread one here in the UK. We only have this one here and the summer paper pumpkin one. So let us have a look. Just going to pop these to one side. I hope that's in your view. Let me just pop up my other screen so I can see what we're doing. I've had to put the light on, but hopefully it's not too shadowy. So what I thought I would do is use the flowers to do just a really pretty background. So one of the benefits of buying the paper pumpkin kits is that it includes the stamp set, and so even when you've made up all the cards, you've still got plenty of components to carry on with. So you'll have the stamp set, these obviously were the cards that we made yesterday. So you got the base cards, but when you finish with all of those, you'll have some die cuts left. You'll also have some of this thread left as well. So there's lots of things that you can do, and obviously if you're an existing crafter, you've got plenty of additional items. So I've armed myself with a piece of crumb cake and a piece of Whisper White, because I'm still going to use the base card, okay, as my layer. So what I'm going to do is cut down my Whisper White to start with. Hi Joe, hi Julie, hi from Ohio. Oh, and hi Michelle as well. And Babsy. Everybody's hopped on today. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you joining me. So I'm going to make this smaller than the card base, because I do want to see this lovely bit of gold. You can see that reflecting in there. So I don't really want to cover that up altogether. So the size of this is approximately 15 centimeters by 10.5. So I think what I'm going to do is let's take 2 centimeters off that. So 3 centimeters by 8.5. I might even chop that further down. And obviously you could use a die cutting machine to cut this into a really nice die cut shape if you wanted to. Let's have a look and see. If I just turn this on the other side. Yeah, so I could do this at an angle and still see some of the detail behind. So that's what I wanted to achieve, really. I'll just leave that there so you can see it. So all I'm going to do is take my floral stamp. I'm going to take my usual favourite, for those of you that know me, and that is Early Espresso. This is the first time I've used this stamp, so I am just going to ink this up and stamp it off onto here. How pretty is that image? So nice. So what I'm going to do is just stamp this all over as a background. So I'm placing one stamp on there, turning the stamp around in my hand. Okay, and then just creating this background. And so I'm doing my rule of 3, which is any 3 items need to be equidistant from the other to get a nice even coverage. So I'm still turning the stamp, okay, but any 3 want to be equidistant from the other, like that. So making sure I'm rotating the stamp in my hand. The other thing you can do is rotate the card if you prefer. Okay, what you don't want to be doing is you know, keeping the stamp in one angle on your hand, otherwise you're straining your hand, and that's when also you can pick up and miss bits of the ink. So if needs be, just turn this around. I'm liking this as it is. I was going to colour it, but I'm quite tempted to leave it exactly as it is. Okay, do this last one. There we go. So that's going to be our background layer. I'm just going to put a little bit in this corner here, because I don't like my corners to be completely empty, even if it's just the tiniest bit on there, like so. I might even do one on here. Hope you can see it over my grid paper, like that. It's almost like an oriental type flower. You wouldn't believe it was a Christmas design, would you? So this matches this flower design in the die cuts that you get as part of the kit. So you get these ones here. Let's see if I can dig them out. It, it is early espresso. Okay, so this is the stamped image, sorry, the die cut printed image, and this is the stamp. So obviously it's smaller, and you could use this colouring as well if you wanted to make it a Christmas design. I'm actually going to make it a non-Christmas design. So I think I might do one coloured actually and cut another one and leave it uncoloured, because I want to see which one I prefer, and I can't really do half and half, so bear with me while I just cut another one of these out. It won't take me a minute to stamp up, I promise. So this is 8.5. Cherry blossoms, yes, and it's, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's almost tropical as well, isn't it? Who knows? Right, I'm just going to stamp this one up because I really do want to see what it looks like coloured. So I'm just going to do this fairly quickly. Now this is a photopolymer stamp set. So if you are a beginner crafter, then and you have something like a mouse mat, then I recommend you put it underneath just to give yourself a little bit of sponge base. We do have a foam mat, and I would normally use that. I have got my layer of grid paper, which is actually I've got 2 layers here. Nope, I've got 1 layer. So it's fine. Oh yes, Ruth would know, I'm sure. Yes, it's not a Christmas rose, but I suppose it's supposed to look a bit like a Christmas rose. That's for sure. We'll have to find out and let everybody know. Okay, so there we go. That didn't take very long. This would be great for a one sheet wonder. Very pretty. Okay, so there I've got my outlines, and so I'm going to leave one plain. I'm going to colour one in. Doesn't really matter which one I do. And the colours I happen to have here are Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape, and I've got a little bit of Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just going to, this is light and dark Granny Apple with any luck. Yes. So these are our Stampin' Blends. So I'm just going to use a bit of the dark along the base of the leaves. Now, those could be leaves with petals or anything really. I'll assume that they're petal leaves. There we go, there's one in there. It's a nice crisp image. So you could watercolour this quite easily if you prefer that style of colouring. I think it would be very easy to watercolour. You would need to use either watercolour paper though, or our shimmery white. Go. So I'm only going to colour one of these, don't worry. I'm not going to keep you waiting all night long. So this afternoon I'm busy on my class in a box for November. So I have released my beginners card making, Christmas card making box, and that's gone really well. And I've got my standard, which is more advanced, class in a box. All right, thank you, Deborah. Nice of you to join me. Hope your appointment goes well. Okay, so I'm just adding in this little bit of light Granny Apple green. leaving a little bit of white as well. So my idea is this will change the look of this from a Christmas card to a non-Christmas card. Right. And then you can vote whether you like the coloured in version or the plain version. So I have picked up some die cuts that we could use. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it all. I've been thinking it's Wednesday all day long, not Tuesday. Does anybody else do that? Especially at the moment. Right, there we go. And then I've got light and dark Highland Heather. So I'm using, in all cases, just the fine side. And just going to add this in the centre of each of these flowers. I might grab some yellow for the middles. So daffodil light maybe, something like that. They could almost be pansies depending on your choice of colours as well. So I think anything goes. Let's have a look and see what they look like. Right, let's use the light. So I hope everybody's had a reasonable day today. It has finally stopped raining here for us. Did manage to get my dog out for a nice walk and a play on the green. There we go. So just leaving a little bit of white space in there in places. I'm not being really accurate with this, and because it's not a colouring lesson. But it does seem quite a while since I did any colouring in, funnily enough. I'm going to try. Oh, bless you, Jeanette. Well, I'm glad it wasn't only me then, because I have an appointment on Thursday, and I kept saying to my friends, I'll see you Thursday for this appointment, and I'll see you tomorrow. And they're going, no. Oh, so it wasn't only me. Must be something in the air. So I'm just using this Flirty Flamingo for the little berries. Obviously, if you wanted this as a Christmas design, you could do this in nice red cherry cobbler or real red if you wished. Now I know I'm going to cover up a little bit of this, just looking for those little flower heads. And thank you all for your lovely comments on my achievements this year. I really do appreciate it, and just know that this is all down to you supporting me and being with me, whether you're just commenting and being a part of my journey, or whether you're ordering from me, or whether you're one of my lovely team. It's absolutely a joint effort, so thank you. Right, last few. So I think what I'm going to do with this is probably put a small die cut over. I do also have another idea, so whether that will work with this one or whether I'll have to use that for my other card, I don't know. We'll have a look, see. So one of the things this paper pumpkin kit comes with is a whole series of sentiments, die cut like this, in English, French and German. So what I'm planning to do is make an English word out of some of the other letters. So fingers crossed. There we go. That's it. And I'll just add a little bit of the light around it. Thank you, Babsy. I hope it's good enough light for you to see. So you wouldn't really take this as a Christmas set, would you? I don't think. There we go. That is just so pretty with that stamp. Not necessarily my design, just the stamp. I really take my hat off to the artists that do these images. I can't draw for toffee. I can do a stick man, I can do a house. Oh, bless you, Kate. I'm not sure I'm that soothing, but yes, I can draw a stick man or a stick house. That is about my limit, and that's why stamping is perfect for me, because I can't draw. I can put things together that other people have drawn. I can use the stamps in lots of different ways, but I just can't draw. Well, not in the way that I want to be able to, should I say. And I can draw, but I wouldn't put it on a card. Right. So obviously you could put this on a different colour background card, but what I wanted to do was use the components from the kit. So I'm not introducing anything else, although I have used this piece of Whisper White. Right, there we go. Just watching the time. It goes whizzes by, doesn't it? Let's leave that. There we go. How did I miss all of those berries? I have no idea. Okay, that will do. If I see any spare ones, I can colour those in later on. So there's my coloured panel, and here's my monochrome panel. So I think they both work. We'll just see what they look like on the cards. So let me grab a card to place them on. I might do one of each and then we'll see how that goes. So this is like a crumb cake backing for the card. So they are already scored and they're white on the inside, so you don't need any liners or anything, like so. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, I'm being daring, putting it at a jaunty angle, like so. I'm going to do the same with that one. Just going to put that on with wet glue, I think. I'm obviously not going to use the red twine that comes with this, well, especially not with this one here. So here we are, a very brave, for me, jaunty angle. like that. And this one could go this way actually. So I've got one either way. Oh, hi Ruth. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Ruth. Do you know what flower this might be? Whether it, I mean, obviously it's intended as a Christmas rose, but I wonder what it is in real, what it is supposed to be, or what it's based on. I did want a bit of yellow for these centres. And well done on your achievements, Ruth. Saw your name on the roll call list. So well done. There we are. Certainly different to a Christmas design. So what I'm thinking is, I've got the word here, Freude, and I'm going to snip this out and convert it to friend, because I've got an I here. So let me just pop this out in its own right. Sorry, that's really reflecting on the screen. Sorry about that. Okay, ooh, not going to see it. So I'm going to cut the E off here. And I've seen an I from Liebe, which is love, I think, in German. That's a tiny eye. That is an eye, I promise. So what I'm going to do is just snip this. F-R-I-E-N-D. Friend. Now there is a dot for the I, so I'm going to take that out in a minute. Is that spelt right? You know how it looks strange, doesn't it? Yes. Otherwise it'd be friend, wouldn't it? So I have some little die cuts here. Let me just see if something will work for that. So what I'm thinking is, yeah, that would just about work, wouldn't it? On there. I think this is a bit too big. And I happen to have, yeah, I don't want to cover it all up. So I'm thinking that would work on there. I know it's quite tight, leave space for my little eye in there. And then pop that underneath. So let me grab my silicone mat, just put this in on the side here. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of wet glue onto that. And I'm going to dab that onto the back. Oops. Of this piece. So just putting the corner in it really, because I don't need very much. I don't want to go mad. I don't want glue sticking everywhere. that. So I'm going to put this bit down first and then fit my other bits to it. So there's my END, and there's my little I here. This is where I need my take my pick tool, which I've mislaid somewhere. I think I know where it might be. If in doubt. Okay. So just put a tiny bit of glue on the back of that. Oh, obviously not enough. Let me do that again. And there's my F and R. It's gone very quiet. And I'm going to find that tiny little dot from here. This is where it came from, this Liebe. Sorry, see how the just so tiny I can't see it. Have I got it out? Let me grab a different one. Like a larger one here. Oh no, I hadn't picked it out, that's why. Not for the faint-hearted, for sure. There we go, friend. Does that look right? Yeah, just right. Okay, let's move this out of the way for the minute. So there's my word friend, and I think what I'm going to do is have it. My temptation was to put it there, but that looks too far in the corner. So I could do it further up here, down here, or like that. What do you think? I've got lots of hearts for that. Let me know what you think, which way around that would go. So I've got this in portrait like that, or in landscape. Let me know what you think. My gut feel is actually portrait now, like so. Okay, so the main thing, the purpose of that was to show you using the stamp set, but also using the other letters out of here. So you can have some great fun by either looking for words in there or you could type in the letters and then do some anagrams on the computer to see what you come up with. That would be quite amusing, wouldn't it? Okay, so for this one, so I've got a spare E look here. I did think, so my daughter's name is Jo, so I've got Joy here, but I could actually do Jo. She's not a floral sort of person, however, so I won't. But obviously you could use the English anyway, love, joy, peace, and do any combination of those. So for these ones here, this one here, portrait, says Molly, like that. Sounds good to me. And so for this one here, I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals when I can find them. Here they are. Just going to use 3 dimensionals on the back of that. Also, it covers up those flowers that were a bit lightly stamped. So thank you, Molly. Okay, so I can do that like that. There we go, friend. And then, so yesterday I did sending love using these words. Just wondering, this one, to make it look a little bit different, I've got these 3 little dots, which are obviously the berries. I wonder if I might drop those in between, just for a different look, so they don't look the same. And I might do these with a nice bright yellow, so maybe bumblebee will do the trick. Let's have a look and see, just for a different look really, as much as anything. Although it looks different obviously with the monochrome. Let me just stamp this and have a look and see. Yeah, why not? Let's be daring and add them in between. So just turning this round again, so you're not straining your hands. Also means if you've got any gaps where you've stamped it, you can fill those gaps in without it looking like you've left a big gap, if that makes any sense. Let's just put one down in here. There we go. It's funny how I've done that one way and that one the other way. So I think, let's see what I can make out of these. I could just do joy, but it just sounds a bit too Christmassy, doesn't it? Alternatively, I could use this banner here with something. This is one of the gold banners. Although again it's covering up a lot, isn't it? Alright, let's have a look. Peace. Harmony. might just do sending love with this one. So I'm just going to pop out the word love. So I'm thinking the gold goes nicely with the bumblebee. Pink. There we go. And then let's see if I've got a small die cut. Or I might be able to do both in one. It's far too big, isn't it? Don't want to cover it up. Although sending love would work in there. Let's see if sending fits in there. So that could work. I did have, so this is bumblebee behind. Just thinking it brings in that bumblebee. Sending love, like so. The problem is I want that to be straight now, don't I? Alright, let me just see what other shapes I have in case there's something else I could use. It's a bit too plain. That's wider. And that's too small. That's my winning one so far. Unless I see some early espresso die cuts. Nope. Right, decision time. We're going with that, I think. Or I can't really see that as well. No, it's too dark. Right, okay, I've decided. Sorry everybody. Sending love like that. So let's stamp the sending first, then I can fit the love around it, as they say. And I'll stamp this in early espresso as it's on that layer. Bottom right at an angle. Thank you. There we go. So say this is all, well, apart from these die cuts, from the Paper Pumpkin Christmas kit. Yeah, I think that will work. And that's available to order now. And it's £20 for the kit, including the stamps. The only thing you don't get with this kit is the block. But if you want to see everything that was in the kit, just hunt back and look for yesterday's live, or look for it on YouTube. There we go. Sending love. Guess I should have done that straight. There we go. Thank you, Babsy. Could put it in the middle. I feel like I've got a lot of angles going on here. This is the only thing. So this has got to be straight. Maybe it's because I've done that at an angle, isn't it? Shall I prise that off and put it straight? No, thank you. Thanks, Jeanette. That will do. Like that, it's going to go. Perfect. And that's me well ahead. There we go. Right. So I'm thinking, get that straight, keep that straight, like so. There we are. Let me put a white sheet behind it, and you'll be able to see them better. So there's that one there, and that one there. Tuck that down there. So I hope you like my two of my alternatives to the paper pumpkin set. So I have added a piece of Whisper White card here, which is 1 centimetre smaller than the main card, and I have used the die cuts, but the stamp and this stamp here and the dies are obviously, and the cuts here are obviously from the paper pumpkin set, and I just made up this word friend from the German word, and also, yes, from 2 of the German words. So there we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed my variation on a theme. You couldn't really get more different to the Christmas version. I'll bring this down. Let me do that and that. So Christmas, non-Christmas. There we go. I will be back tomorrow. That is Wednesday morning at 10 AM with our designs for Wednesday. I'll also have the finished designs for my class in a box for this month. That is the Christmas class in a box. And I will be releasing a non-Christmas one for those that have done all their Christmas cards. So I look forward to sharing those with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Stay safe and take care. Look after yourselves and those around you, won't you? That looks wonky, doesn't it? But it is straight, I promise. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you can join me tomorrow, Wednesday morning. And in the meantime, stay safe, and I hope you can keep crafting. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.